Eddie Hearn should sit there and keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be speaking. He's not a boxer, is he, Jake Paul?
No.
He's not a boxer, he's a clown.
Influencer.
He's a performing clown. Okay, why would I get in there with Darren Till? What has he ever done or achieved to warrant getting in with a Hall of Fame or world champion?
No,
Someone who's a
nothing.
legend in the game.
Hello and welcome to Sporting Talk in conjunction with Fight Lens. I'm up in Nottingham with Carl the Cobra Froch. How are you doing, Carl?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Good. Good time out in Vegas?
Yeah, it was alright, enjoyed it.
Good.
Build up to the fight. It's
Yeah.
lots of, it's like a ghost town on the week build up. And then all of a sudden, Thursday, Friday night, it's packed. The casinos are like absolutely heaving. So the atmosphere picks up a little bit. But to be honest, unless you're doing something specific, like we was doing a boxing show, Vegas is a bit lonely place, a bit boring. Just fruit machines and casinos everywhere, hotels. And yeah, it's like, unless something's happening, it's not that good. And I probably had too long there, so I was a bit bored. But then when the fight came around, it was good. The fight was done and dusted, which is a brilliant fight. It was a bit one for the purists, wasn't it? It wasn't really,
Of course, yeah.
one for the non-boxing fan that can't really appreciate the quality of what both fighters were doing, especially Crawford. And then after the fight, flew back Sunday. So as soon as the fight was over, I was done the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad I went. It was good. I got to interview a few people and see a few fans, spend a bit of time with the fans. But yeah, the fight was fantastic. I did actually call Crawford. I did predict Crawford.
You did, yeah, I remember.
I had to get it right. But it's like, I don't know, Canelo's just past his best, isn't it? But Crawford was exceptional. Crawford's an older man.
Yeah.
Less miles on the clock, less fights. But I didn't expect him to dominate like he did. It wasn't a whooping. I mean, I said it was a whooping. I suppose it was on the scorecards, it wasn't. But just the way in which he performed and the manner in which he went about business. He barely got hit. There wasn't a mark on him. I didn't expect him to not get into a fight for at least 3 or 4 rounds.
Just a walk in the park, couldn't it?
Yeah, he was able to just evade Canelo and just nullify him and shut him out. And there was times, I think it was towards late, like maybe 9 and 10, 8 or 9, there was a couple of rounds where Canelo thought to himself, right, I need to go for it now, I'm losing. His cornerman must have been saying, listen, you're behind on points, now step on the gas, go for him. And when he did, it just got worse for him. Crawford was able to stay with him, block shots, counter punch, mix it with him in close, then get back behind the jab and move. The movement was exceptional. If you say, what did he do so well, Crawford, why did he win so easy? It's just his movement, footwork, hand-eye coordination, block, counter, back on his bike. He never stood still and stayed there. And even when he did, on the odd occasion, find himself on the ropes, he was able to just block, counter, get back into the centre of the ring. So good. I'd employ any kid coming through that wants to box and be a professional boxer or be a top amateur to have a look at what Crawford did and how little he got hit against a top level fighter like Canelo. Yeah. Like I said, Canelo's past his best. Don't want to take anything away from Crawford, but to come up 2 or 3 weight divisions and dominate in the way in which he did, he deserves a lot of praise for that fight.
Of course,
it was unbelievable.
We'll get more into that in a minute, but just before that, can we just have a quick word on Ricky Hatton? Obviously, sad news over the weekend, passed away. Do you have any memories or anything you'd like to share, stories?
Absolutely. I mean, unbelievably sad news. Such a shame. I mean, I don't know the full circumstances or the details, but I'm hearing he's taken his own life. All I've heard is heart attack, and I'm hearing that he's actually committed suicide. But I don't know what the full details are, so I wouldn't want to comment on any of that. But that's all I've heard. But when I've read, I did one of my I did my post-fight reaction that got put out on the Sunday. And all the first comments were rest in peace, Ricky Hatton. R.I.P. Ricky. I thought, what's this all about? What's going off here? So straight away went I think it was AI, I went onto ChatGPT and just thinking it, and then it came up with all the articles. I could not believe it. It was so sad. I was upset because I know Ricky Hatton quite well. I've been with him a few times. I've watched him fight a couple of times. I watched his when he came back from Vegas after losing to he lost to Mayweather and he lost to Manny Pacquiao. Well, yeah. And the Pacquiao defeat didn't sit well with him. I think he wished he never took that fight. It's all right in hindsight saying that, but dared to be great, but he got knocked out quite bad. And I think that affects him quite badly. But I went to him coming back after that in Manchester, and I've met him at a couple of meet and greet events where we're signing gloves and then we're doing meet and greets and little guest speaks. And he's always funny. He's always cracking jokes. Yeah. He's a big fan of Only Fools and Horses. Really, yeah. He's always got some great one-liners. I remember interviewing him on my channel, probably. It might have been 8 weeks ago, maybe 10 weeks ago, and I said, who 3 fighters or 3 people do you want by your side if you get into a barroom brawl? And his first one was, my ex-wife. That was his first pick, and it just really tickled me that day. I can remember just thinking only Ricky Hatton would say that. So we had a laugh. But no, in terms of boxing icons and boxing legends, he's up there because of what he did for the sport.
Yeah.
And he had a great career. Beating Costa for the world title was like his moment. And the amount of travelling fans he had, and the fact that he was a Man City fan, and he had all the crowds. Nobody ever travelled to Vegas.
All over to Vegas.
Take them,
do you think there will ever be anyone else that has that
much of
a big fan base now?
No, I don't think there will, because Ricky Hatton was the people's champion. He used to go around the pubs, he used to go and have his full English breakfast after his weigh-in. You know what I mean? Or the day of the fight, he'd go and do that. And he'd blow up when in between fights, he'd go really big and fat, then he'd lose all his weight. Yeah. And he's just a people's champ, such a charismatic young man. He's a couple of years younger than me, and he's the people's champ. Who else was there? Frank Bruno. Everyone loved Frank Bruno. And you can't name another 2 or 3 fighters.
No one comes close.
That's done what he's done, and his like contribution to boxing and what he did for the sport. No one will ever match that. Fantastic. It's such a shame. Very sad. Thoughts and prayers are going out to the family. He's got a young lad, Campbell, as well. Yeah. He's got a grandkid as well. Just condolences to the family. Such a shame. So unexpected. But what can we say?
It's life, isn't it?
It's so sad and such a shame. And it's difficult to understand what's going through people's minds. 100%. So we don't know the full details of it. But
of course, yeah.
Thoughts and prayers with the family.
Yeah, I echo that. But anyway, we'll move on to the boxing over the weekend again. Do you think did you ever have it in your mind that Canelo might have done enough, or was it always, you was always with Bud and knew that he'd won the fight?
What, before they made the decision?
Yeah, before the decision, when he was watching the fight.
Yeah, I knew he'd won it.
Yeah, you knew that.
Yeah, I'd already sort of gone out live and said, he's won that. And I couldn't believe it was 115, 113. Yeah, because it was never that close. That's a 1-round swing for a draw. But it just shows you, doesn't it, that there was leaning towards Canelo, but there's no way they could have took that off Crawford.
Of course not.
It was too much of a one-sided performance. Just technically such a masterclass, and he was able to not get hit with shots. If you can't get hit, you don't lose the round, do you?
Of course.
And Crawford wasn't getting hit. He got caught with the odd shot, and when Canelo stepped on it and pushed forward, he was getting through with the odd shot. But every time he landed a couple of digs, Crawford answered back. Crawford literally just dominated for me. It looked easy for him.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know how he made that look easy. I know Canelo's past his best, just slightly past his best. He's seen better days, but he's a lot of miles on the clock. 67 fights. I don't know how you can have that many fights and still be. Do
you think he'll call it a day now?
I don't know, it depends, doesn't it? I think he had was it a 4 or 5 fight deal with Turkey Al Sheikh with the Saudis?
So he's still got a few more.
So maybe he's got 1 or 2 left.
Yeah.
So who knows?
What about Crawford? If you was advising him, would you be wanting him to be the champion and fight and defend again, or would you just tell him to walk off into the sunset?
Well, the way in which he performed and how easy he made it look, and he don't take any punishment. If he wants to fight till he's 40, let him fight till he's 40. He's 38 years old, he could have another couple of fights. He's got the Saudi money, you know what I mean, back in his fights. So why not cash in or cash out, depending on who's next. But there's not many for him to fight. He's not going to go up to light heavyweight. There's no one sitting at super middleweight that's going to give him a champion. Benavidez is up at light heavyweight now. So who does he fight at super middle? The only fight really for him at the minute is a rematch. Yeah. You've got Boots there as well that's hanging around, but there's no one really where you'd say, yeah, that's a good fight. That's a big fight. There's no real names that get the television interested.
Of course.
So maybe a rematch, but I think that's a pointless fight. The rematch.
Same result if there was a rematch?
I think so, yeah. I don't know what Canelo can do different. Yeah. It was just not good enough. He was technically too proficient, Crawford. Just too good. Blocking, counter punching, moving away from the right hand, blocking, counter, slipping, rolling, dominating the centre of the ring. Even on his back foot under pressure, he was able to counter punch on his back foot. He looked like he could have done it for 20 rounds. What a talent he is. I'm envious of how talented he is and how easy he makes it look. Because I used to have to get in there and fight and take punches.
He just made it look easy and didn't get punched.
You don't get it, does it?
Yeah, no, just too good. It. Well, Ring Magazine now, he's officially the pound for pound #1 in the world. Would you agree?
Is that where he is, pound for pound?
Yeah. Ring Magazine, anyway. I don't know.
You can't really argue with it. Pound for pound is subjective, but you've got a New A and you've got you got Bivol, but I mean, who are you going to put? Usyk, Alexander Usyk? He's up there, isn't he, with the top 3 or 4? And obviously he's beat Canelo, and you say, oh, he's past his best, Canelo's finished. And what's his other best win? Ricky Burns and Errol Spencer. And you can always pull them apart. That's why it's subjective. But you cannot argue. If somebody says Terence Crawford is pound for pound at the minute best in the world, pound for pound number 1, you'd say, all right, sweet, I'm not going to argue.
Can't really say, oh, no, he's not, can you?
No, you can't argue. Yeah. But you can make a case for one of the others.
Of course.
But no, he's definitely up in the top 3, isn't he, after that performance.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch the undercard and all the couple of fights?
I got there quite late. There wasn't much to scream about in the undercard. There was one that I just missed.
Lester Martinez versus
that
Christian and Billy.
That was the one I got there just after that finish. And then the rest of it was a bit dull.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've missed the best fight on the undercard. We were stuck in traffic. Unbelievable really, how busy Vegas is. It took us an hour and a half to get there.
From your hotel?
Yeah, 4 miles away.
Bloody hell.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, nightmare.
We might as well have walked.
Yeah, you would have got there.
I've done loads of walking all week. I've got blisters on my feet. I'm wearing new shoes all week. I've got a couple of pairs of new shoes. Android Home were nice enough to send me some shoes, and you know, they're new.
Yeah, you've got to wear them in.
Yeah, you've got to wear them socks that make you look fashionable where you can't see them, and all the edgy ankles are chafing. So no, we got there. We watched the fight. We watched the main event. That's what was important.
Yeah, okay. Because a lot of people saying that Lester Martinez and then Billy fight was fight of the year, and it was a draw in the end, wasn't it?
Oh, really? Is that what it was?
Could have been fight of the year, and it was a draw. And obviously, if you didn't see it, but they reckon that already there's a rematch clause in place.
Really?
So they're going to quite immediately. I think in the next 2 or 3 months they're going to go at it again. So
I'll get there in time for the rematch.
Yeah, hopefully just set out, you have to set out about half an hour early. And you might get there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, over the weekend as well, we had Lewis Crocker. I told you that victorious in Belfast against Paddy Donovan. Yeah, he won the rematch after the first one was.
First one disqualified, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then he's won the rematch.
Hit him after the bell, and then won the rematch. But like I said, I was watching DAZN.
What's he now? IBF welterweight champ.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, potential good career ahead of him.
I mean, I was watching, and DAZN was like, this is Donovan's fight. Do you reckon they're a bit biased, maybe towards?
There can be the commentary.
Yeah,
sometimes they can have one eye on who they think they're going to win, and then they dig their heels in and double down on it. But
then if you switch over to TNT, it's the other way. You know, they're saying that the other person might have won.
It's just opinions, isn't it? I mean,
of course, yeah.
Fights are scored based on what you like.
Yeah.
So if you like a fighter, someone who's going forward, putting the pressure on, even if they're getting counterpunch and they'll land the odd shot, you might think he's won the round.
Yeah.
But if you like boxing and the art of pugilism, and you've got someone on the back foot, you know, demonstrating the sweet science, you'll be scoring it for him. And boxing, like I said, it's a difficult sport to score, and that's why there's always arguments around scoring. But the right man won. And, that was what was good. And the same with the Canelo Crawford fight, because it was quite close on the card, 115, 113. It was never that close. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's boxing. As long as the right man wins, then we're happy.
That's all that's important, isn't it? Yeah. And on the undercard of that Crocker Donovan, obviously former UFC star Molly McCann, she made her boxing debut, and Steph gives a 6-round stoppage. She got the TKO win against an Irish girl, and she got deducted points for kicking her.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, kicking and getting up close to her for headbutting and all that kind of thing. Do you reckon there's a future for Molly McCann? And it's 35 now. Do you reckon she can go much further? Or?
Potentially, but as a UFC fighter and not having the experience at boxing, it's going to be difficult. And there's not many that come from UFC that transcend into boxing very well. Even the top UFC fighters don't really make good professional boxers. So I doubt it, especially at 35. But it's wide open, isn't it? There's not many.
Yeah, not
many female boxers at the top of the game. But if you look at a world champion in her weight division, she's probably going to struggle.
Well, you mentioned the UFC fighters coming over to boxing there. Another one, Darren Till. Any update on him? Have you heard from him?
No, nothing at all. I had a chat with Callum Sowland after the fight, and then a gentleman from DAZN. His name actually slips me. I can't remember his name. But I suppose this fight's down to me if I want it.
Of course,
I've got no interest in fighting again, but I'd look at it. You know what I mean? If it makes money, it makes sense, as they say. And if there's an opportunity to get in there and make some money in a fight that I think is going to be for me quite an easy fight. Maybe it's not an easy fight. Maybe Darren Till would give me a test because I'm 48 years old. But one thing's for sure, in my prime, even in past my prime, at the end of my career, 35,
it lasted a minute, would it?
36 years old, it'd be a mismatch, but no one would be interested. The fact that I've been retired 11 years levels this fight up a little bit. But Darren Till talks a lot of shit. Well, he's a proper gobshite.
I don't know, did you see his tweets at the weekend? This was on Sunday night or Sunday morning. He said he tweeted how much he hates your guts and he wants to knock you out unconscious. And surely you want to get in there. Like, what does he think he's talking about there?
It's just all jive talk, isn't it?
He might have had too many hits to the head or something. I don't know. Like, but
well, he's trying to build the fight because he wants paying. He's had 3 fights as a boxer, but not a professional boxer because he's fought ex-UFC fighters. So he's still yet to get in the ring with a professional boxer. I dare say he's sparring with boxers, pro boxers, but he'll get a real bad shock, an uncomfortable shock, if he jumps in with a professional fight. It was on about fighting Tommy Fury. I mean, no disrespect to Tommy Fury, but that's probably his level. I think Tommy might even beat him. Who knows? Because Tommy, I don't really rate Tommy. He's not an active boxer.
He's not fighting, is he? He's not fought back 2 years, two and a half years.
He struggled with Jake Paul, got the win.
Yeah.
He beat that useless clown, fake Paul. I mean,
what about KSI? Did he fight him?
Did he fight KSI?
I don't know, but definitely Jake Paul, and obviously got the...
He fought KSI, he was jumping around. When KSI was doing star jumps, who did he fight?
Dylan Dennis, maybe? I don't know.
No, KSI.
I'm not too up to date with the old misfit.
I watched that fight as well, when he was doing star jumps. Did he fight Tom? Was it Joe Fournier?
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, well anyway, none of them can box.
No, of course
not. Try. And you were talking about Darren Till. I don't know where he goes from here.
Well,
I don't know who he's going to fight.
He's also been calling out Andrew Tate on Twitter. How do you think that'd go for? Do you think Andrew Tate would be able to knock him out? Or?
I've never seen Andrew Tate fight.
No, I've seen a few clips of him.
4-time kickboxing champ, so maybe, but I've never seen him box.
Might have the instinct, fighter's instinct.
But I can't see Tate jumping in with him.
He's probably got too much money. He don't need to, does he?
No, I can't see him sort of breaking his flow, his top G flow. Because he speaks really well, Tate.
He does, yeah.
He's obviously very intelligent, and he makes a lot of money doing what he's doing. And where is he allowed? Certain parts of the world he's not allowed. I don't think he can come to Britain now. If he comes to England, he'll probably get arrested. He's in Dubai, and he's in the States, and he's in Romania as well, in between the 3. But I don't think he'd give Darren Till the time of day, to be honest. I don't see why he would.
There's nothing in it.
It's like, why would you give somebody the chance or the opportunity to punch you in the face? Because that's what he's saying. He's saying you can punch him in the face, or you can at least try, legitimately try, legally try, when you accept the fight. And that's the argument for me. Why would I get in there with Darren Till? What has he ever done or achieved to warrant getting in with a Hall of Fame or world champion? Someone who's a legend in the game. Yeah. Why would I give him the opportunity to punch him in the face? Well, if I think it's easy money, which I do, and the money's enough, then I'd consider it. Yeah. But actually, do I need it? No.
Have you had any offers or anything?
I have, yeah. I've had a couple of fruity offers.
And have you thought about it? Any of the offers?
I've thought about it, yeah. And since him making a show of himself, just talking absolute gobsh at ringside that night when I was sitting here eating my apple and just laughing at him, I've started it in the bag and started having a workout and started running a little bit just to see how I feel. Yeah. And I feel fucking great. Yeah, so I've had a good rest, had a good 11-year rest. Yeah. Still got a sharp jab. There's no aches and pains, no injuries. So who knows, mate? Who knows? Yeah. Depends what mood I'm in. See, won't we? Yeah, he needs to. I don't know what he needs to do actually. Fight that is confirmed. Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn again going for the rematch, and Eubank Jr. was making a bit of a fool of himself at the press conference yesterday. I don't know whether you've seen. He interrupted Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn was trying to talk a bit about Ricky Hatton, a bit of a tribute and that, and Eubank Jr. was talking over him on the mic, saying, "Oh, we're not here to listen to that, all this kind of thing." And then he called out Rob Smith, the border control guy, some executive or something. He said that he's a scumbag, and obviously that being the main control of boxing. Do you think anything's going to happen to Eubank Jr.? Do you reckon they're going to punish him? Fine him maybe? He's got his reasons for being sort of annoyed with Eddie Hearn and the British Boxing Border Control because he's been fined quite a lot. Yeah. Got fined for not making the weight. I know he's supposed to make the weight. I think it was £500,000. And then I think the Border Control was on his back for whatever reason. But the Border Control do a fantastic job and they're there for the safety of the fighters. And I personally know Robert Smith and he does a great job. So for him to slag off Robert Smith, I think that's a mistake and one that he'll probably regret. But he's pissed off in it because he's had to pay a few fines and he's questioning where does this money go. I remember listening to that. But I ain't got a problem with him calling out Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn should sit there and keep his mouth shut. I don't think he should be speaking. And I know he tried to say, I was going to say something about Ricky Hatton, but that, in terms of that press conference and in that setting, it's irrelevant because they're talking about the fight. They're there to promote the Eubank Benn rematch. So regardless of what Eddie Hearn's got to say, if Chris Eubank Jr. has stated from the start, I don't want to hear your voice. He owns more than the show than Eddie does. Eddie's got no real reason to be there. He's not promoting the show. So if Eubank don't want to hear his voice, I don't even know why Eddie turned up.
No.
He turned up and just made the mug of himself. He shouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
You give Chris Eubank Jr. the opportunity to just mug him off again.
He probably wanted that. That's probably exactly what Eddie Hearn wanted, wasn't it, for Chris Eubank to have a go at him. He's got a
great whopping ego, hasn't he, Eddie? So he probably likes the limelight.
He has to be there, doesn't he, everywhere.
But it don't do him any favours when he's just getting slagged and then he gets called out on certain things. So I don't know if anything that Eubanks has said is liable. Because if it is, Eddie will probably try and sue him. Because he likes to chuck that little suing threat around a little bit lately, I've noticed. So we'll see.
Him and his dad have just released a Netflix documentary, I think, or something like that.
Oh, have they? Yeah,
it's like one of them like behind the scenes things of like the last year in boxing. Do you think you'll watch it or not?
I've not seen it. No, maybe. I'm a big fan of Barry Hearn.
Yeah, I like Barry.
I think what he's done.
And it's mostly about Barry as well. I think he's kind of the main
I think it'll
guy.
be a Matchroom, won't it? It'll be a Matchroom documentary.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might have one. I don't watch much television.
No, you've not got the time, have you? I imagine.
I've got loads of time. Just can't be asked to watch TV.
Yeah, just don't want to watch TV. Fair enough, yeah. Who would come out on top in the rematch then? Do you think same decision or as last time between Eubank Jr. and...
I don't know. What's the weight? Are they the same weight, 160? Is there a rehydration clause again?
I think there is a rehydration clause
It's
again.
all the same as the first
Yeah.
fight. So maybe that'll be... I mean, he's getting older, Eubank, so... And if he's struggling at the weight like he did the first one, has he got another 12-round performance? Because Chris nicked the fight in the last 2 or 3 rounds.
Took a lot out of him, didn't it?
It was close early on. He was winning.
Yeah.
And the right man won. But the last 2 rounds, especially round 11 and round 12, Chris really did just bite down on his gobsh, dig in deep and throw the punches. And that's what got him over the line. Can he do that again?
Yeah.
If he can do that again, he'll win again. If he hasn't got the engine to do that at 37 years old or 38 years old, whatever he is, to go again. Because when you have a fight that's that hard, you don't benefit from it. You don't learn. You learn a bit from it, but you don't get physically any better.
No, you probably...
It just tires you out.
Yeah, tires you out, makes you a bit... Yeah.
Took a lot of punishment. He was wobbled 1 or 2 times, but he bit down on his gumshoe and got the job done, so fair play to him. I think Conor Benn will come with a different game plan. He'll slow it all down a little bit, not be so anxious and so eager to get involved, but then that will give Eubank a bit more of, he'll still have some petrol in the tank late on.
Yeah.
He'll still have the energy to finish strong. So maybe Conor needs to put pressure on him, just needs to be a bit more educated pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of just going in gun-ho and walking into shots and having a tear up and coming off second best like he did a lot of the times. I know he caught Eubank, so it's a difficult one. If he boxes and takes his time, Eubank will do the 12 rounds and finish strong again. Because Eubank works well in bursts. He's able to take a couple of deep breaths and then throw 30 punches and keep the pressure on. I've sparred lots of rounds of him and he's technically quite good up close. He gets his shots off and he rolls his head in and he punches away. And because of the weight advantage and the natural size advantage, I think that really helps him in there. Conor Benn's only a welterweight.
Yeah, he's smaller than him.
And he's up at middle. So he's out of his division. But Eubank's getting old. It's a rematch. I mean, I'm not that excited about it. I'm going to go and watch it.
Many people will be that.
But the first fight's been done. All the beef on the build-up.
Yeah.
Smashed him round the head of an egg. He's failed his drug test, the whole thing. And it's done. And there was a great fight and there was a right winner. Why do we want to see it again?
There's not much of a story left, is there?
More money in it.
Yeah, of course.
That's all it is. So, I don't want to play it down in any way.
Of course, yeah.
But I'm not mega excited about the fight. But I wasn't mega excited about the first one. I'm not mega excited about the rematch because you've seen it now.
Yeah. What else can happen?
You've seen it. Eubank won. You beat Benn. That's the legacy. That's the name. That's what happened years ago, and it's happened again.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? Now we've got the rematch. So both the kids both stand to earn a lot of money. So fair play to them. But it's not for the boxing fan. It's for the crossover fan.
And the night before that, on the 14th, is Jake Paul or Fake Paul against Gervonta Davies. What do you reckon?
Is that one not off now?
No, they've had to cancel the venue for the first one, and apparently now it's been moved to Miami.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I think as it stands, it's still on now, for now. What do you reckon to that?
I don't think anything to it. I don't understand what Gervonta Davies is doing. As a top fighter who's
Do you think he'll...
towards the end of his career. I think if Davies wanted to, he wouldn't get hit with a shot.
No.
If Davies wants to get in that ring and not get hit with a shot, smaller, lighter, more nimble.
Faster.
Yeah, faster. And he's got natural boxing ability. He's a great fighter, like one of the best. He's unbelievable talent. There's no way Jake Paul can lay a glove on him.
No, not even with his size difference.
No, the size won't
Basically,
matter.
cruiserweight.
He'll be slower. So he's slower.
Yeah.
So the size will only work if he's up close leaning on him and ties him out.
I think that's probably what he'll try and do.
He's not
when
a
he gets
boxer,
close.
is he, Jake Paul?
No.
He's not a boxer, he's a clown. He's a performing clown.
Yeah.
He's fucking useless. He can't fight. Like, he literally cannot fight.
No.
He's absolutely fucking crap. So when he's in there against Gervonta Davis can just play with him. Like cat and mouse. Just hit him with a jab move, keep out of the way. Just dominate him.
And probably just wear him out.
It depends, doesn't it? It depends if there's anything like agreed beforehand. It's an exhibition.
Yeah.
What's the rules of the exhibition? Or do we get told the rules of the exhibition? So
Probably afterwards, you know.
We don't know what's going to happen. But for me, it's a mismatch. It's not a fight I'm interested in. I won't watch it. I wouldn't watch it if it was in my back garden. As Ricky Hatton would say, I'd draw my curtains if it was in my back garden.
Moses Itauma, continuing to make waves. Do you think Frank Warren's protecting him a bit too much and trying to keep his unbeaten streak and not looking for bigger fighters, or do you think he just kind of needs to slowly move up the...
Well, Itauma's only young.
Yeah, 20 years old.
What options has he got to fight? He's going to jump in there with Usyk straight away, do you know what I mean? He's going to risk jumping in there with Daniel Dubois, who he might beat Dubois, because Dubois has been done a couple of times, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But he doesn't need to, at 20 years old, really go for it. You could have said that about Mike Tyson, and then he won a world title, was the youngest ever to do it, and then dominated for quite a few years before James Buster Douglas done him. So what do you do with Itauma? If you're managing him and you're looking after him and you're doing it correct, then you just hold back a little bit. Just let him fight the next in line. Let him have a look at what opens up. Maybe a Joseph Parker fight's a good fight.
Yeah.
After Parker's boxed.
Yeah, he's fighting Fabio Wardley.
Yeah, it's a big fight.
Yeah.
It's a fight I'm looking forward to. And so after that, you can have a look. You can have a look
So
at
you think Itauma maybe the winner of that, maybe?
Winner or the loser.
Yeah.
Winner or the loser is a big fight. I expect Parker to do the business against Wardley.
Yeah.
Just that natural boxing.
I think Frank Warren said whoever wins is going to take on Usyk.
Really?
Yeah, but...
Well, maybe the mandatory for that. Maybe that's just the mandatory obligation for probably the IBF. So the winner of that's got the spot for the big one against Usyk. But I can't see either of them. I mean, Joseph Parker deserves a shot. So
yeah, of course.
Joseph does the business, which I think he will. He deserves a shot at Usyk, a payday, and that would be nice for him. But a time where I'd just take my time with him.
Yeah.
It's all going to open up. Landscape of boxing's changing massively.
He's so young and he's got...
I think AJ's finished, and Tyson Fury's done. I don't think he's on about coming back. There's like a change of the guard now. So a time that can dominate and be very good for another 5, 6, 7 years.
Charles Martin called him out a couple of days ago. He's almost 40. Like,
Do you remember Charles Martin?
He'd lost to AJ.
I walk the earth like a god.
Is that what he said? Yeah.
He's off his head, living in the Matrix. And then he lost to AJ.
Yeah, and now he wants to fight a 20-year-old and he's nearly 40.
Yeah, I don't know what, something wrong with him, isn't there? He's obviously poorly.
Yeah, definitely. And AJ calling out Tyson Fury as well.
He's going to, isn't he? He's going to call out Tyson Fury.
Do you think he'll have the balls?
Has he done it recently?
About a week or so ago,
yeah.
He put something on his Instagram story saying, I can't wait to smash Tyson Fury's head in or something like that.
Well, he won't be smashing his head in, and I don't think Tyson Fury will come out of retirement, to be honest.
Do you not think
he
so?
Might do, because he said he's going to, and if there's massive money on the stake, which there probably will be, but I can only see one winner in that fight, and that's Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
But Tyson's been out now. He goes heavy in between fights. So if he puts on too much weight, and then he struggles to get it off, and AJ's in the gym, then who knows, but am I bothered about that fight? Don't want to see AJ against Fury. I've been a boxing fan since I was a kid. And when you watch Hagler, Leonard and Hearns, even though I was only a kid when they was fighting, they were for world titles. And then when you come through and you watch Prince Nassim Hamed fighting, Kevin Kelly and Johnson and outclass Steve Robinson, and you see him fighting for titles. And then he steps up and he loses to Barrera, and you think, okay, Barrera's a quality fighter. Barrera Morales, their trilogy was unbelievable, and that sort of level. And then on from that, myself fighting for world titles, David Hay fighting for world titles at light heavyweight, and then stepping up to heavyweight. Tony Bellew, Kell Brook, Sean Porter, Amir Khan going through, daring to be great, getting knocked out a couple of times, but still, it's all for world titles. It all means something. These fights now, some of these big fights don't mean
Just
fuck
do
all.
it for a laugh,
Got Benn and Eubank fighting for nothing.
Yeah.
Neither of them haven't got a British title between them. And it's a massive fight that the public's interested in because of the name. That's why I said that we've already seen it once, do I want to see it again? But going back to, who was we talking about?
Fury and AJ.
Fury and AJ. What's it for? There's no world titles on the line. They're both past the best. AJ was fucking breakdancing on his head in his last fight. He was done. The boy fucking ironed him out. And Fury got done twice by Usyk. And he's bitching and moaning about how he's been robbed and he wants another bite of the cherry. It's pathetic. And for these two to now fight just to make a few quid it's graveyard money, isn't it? They've already made a fortune.
Yeah.
And we're going to buy into it? I certainly won't buy into it.
No.
I've got no interest in it. I watch the highlights.
Yeah, you see what happens in the morning.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to watch that fight live.
No.
I'm just not asked.
Yeah.
Don't mean anything.
No, of course.
Oh, he's fighting him. Okay, that should have happened. That should have happened 5 years ago at least, maybe 8 years ago. Then I'd have watched it if there was a title on the line, or if one of them was unbeaten. They've both been battered. There's no world titles on the line. What they're fighting for a bit of money. Am I going to subscribe to that? Am I going to get involved? Am I going to donate to them? No.
No.
So if they fight, but I'm not interested at all.
Just a couple more questions now. There's growing talk of boxing moving towards a more centralised approach that we see in the UFC with one man at the head of the table and, you know, sorting everything, one promoter, obviously Dana White. Do you think that would solve problems in boxing or do you think it could kill it?
It's difficult to say. It'd be nice to see the best in every weight division and the best fight the best. So you've got one champion per division and then you've got your challengers for each way. And it works for the UFC, but the fact that the guys don't get paid enough money, or they say they don't get paid their share until they get to the top.
Yeah.
And even then, a lot of it's sponsorship, because Conor McGregor made a fortune.
Of course,
a lot of his was made outside the ring. Or did he do a partnership deal with Dana? I'm not sure. So it's something that could catch on, but it would take a lot of years for that format to work. You're always going to have the top of each division always wanted to get the lion's share of the money and make the big TV money and the pay-per-view. You know, the big fighters make the big money and the big names that draw the crowds make the top money. Canelo Alvarez making 150 million quid the other day.
Yeah,
I mean, that's where these fighters want to get. But that's Saudi money, that's a bit different because that model is kind of it's a losing model. As a business, that's not plausible.
Yeah.
It's the worst business plan you've ever seen. These guys fight in a massive show and people putting the show on lose 100 million plus. Right? Who's going to work that? Frank Warren don't want to lose money, is there? No. Eddie Hearn's not going to lose money. There's no promoters out there who want to lose money. They're in a business, they want to make money. So, will that league format work eventually? Because that'll probably be the only way these fighters can get any money, get paid, if the league's in, and that's how it is.
Do you think Turkey will be the man to do it?
Potentially, yeah. Him and Dana White, they've got plans, haven't they, to take over boxing and do the league. It would just take ages.
They're already getting involved in WWE, wrestling and that kind of thing.
Just the latest generation of fighters will have to finish doing what they're doing and retire. So when all the top champs at the minute have all finished and then the new league comes in and they're all fighting each other, then it's the next generation of boxing. And that model could catch on and could work, or it could be the only option for the fighters to make money. But for now, you're not going to get any of the top fighters signing into a league. No,
of course not. You have to kind of wait a few years, I think, before anyone even thinks about it.
Yeah, but things always change, things evolve, the landscape of boxing changes, but it's a format that's worked for many years. I don't think putting it as a league now is going to work overnight.
No. Okay.
It's just going to take time.
It's going to take time and you've got to be patient with it and then...
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, well, cheers for that, Carl.
My pleasure.
Been a lovely chat and cheers for listening.